Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And with the $50,000 Rokkr tournament concluding last night, Crimsix's very own 50k tournament is just getting underway, choosing the captains based on his top players list from Cold War. Dashy certainly did not make the list, Crim going into quite some detail on exactly how Dashy was at times dragging down OpTic's Chicago last year. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do to help this channel reach more people. And please consider subscribing as well if you have not yet already. Firstly, this from aBeZy en route to the Esports Awards. A couple of the Toronto guys on their way. Definitely some people attend who don't win or just nominees, but aBeZy nominee for Coach of the Year, I believe, in esports. And we also have Insight, who's a nominee, I'm pretty sure, for Rookie of the Year. Now, we've got Simp aBeZy for like Console Player of the Year. There's a lot of Call of Duty guys up for nomination here, which usually is the case, and generally the Call of Duty guys do quite well because I think it's voted for by the public, but also there is a panel, and a lot of the people on that panel have like some Call of Duty ties. We'll see how things go. Maybe things will change, but generally the COD guys do quite well, so I will be tuning into this later today to see how things end up. But yeah, Inside up for nomination, and we've got aBeZy up for nomination as well, so really cool to see how things go. Lots of Call of Duty people involved. I'm sure we'll discuss it tomorrow. Wanted to touch on this as well though. So a few days ago, of course, FormaL, legendary Call of Duty pro, retired out, crazy, he retired end of August, I'm pretty sure now, like almost 3 months ago. But well, he was meant to be joining effectively OpTic Envy FaZe 4, but he was meant to be joining FaZe, their Halo team, for the first event next month sometime. Now he was effectively in this team because Snipedown is playing for the TSM Apex Legends squad, but it seems like Snipedown's kind of like fast-tracked his way back to Halo, because I guess it's so exciting right now, and FormaL's effectively been dropped from this team. So I guess he'll find a spot elsewhere or whatever. And there was a clip that came out where FormaL said, yeah, he's been replaced on the roster, expected to be replaced by Snipedown that he was replacing initially, and I guess he's going to be finding another squad for this event. But some drama kicked off as a result of this, which I was kind of surprised to see, but indeed this was the case, as Jake Lucky points out right here. So TSM Imperial Hull, who I'm guessing is like the teammate of Snipedown when he was playing Apex Legends, calling FormaL, stupid, you guys can read it for yourselves, being butted over being dropped, while also seemingly confirming Snipedown is returning. Like, there was a load of tweets about this that came down, like, some just petty drama, it seems, on the timeline, frankly, with some frustrations, the fact that FormaL had leaked this, I suppose, which is, I don't know, it's kind of confusing. FormaL comes in the reply to say, like, I'm so confused, sorry, Hull, I didn't even know this is a huge secret, right? And he says, I went overboard, etc., etc. But it's still kind of interesting, right? Like, FormaL didn't really seem to do all that much, apart from, I guess, he technically leaked the fact that he was getting dropped and Snipedown was returning, and that seems kind of strange from the TSM side anyway, given that they've got to play this Apex Legends tourney, and he's just going to fast-track his way back. But speaking of Halo, we'll talk about that a little bit more later today, because some of the COD pros seem to be finding their way over there ASAP with some of the decisions being made. This then from the Minnesota Rokkr. The kings of the Rokkr Battle of the Champions have been crowned. This was the team that we kind of thought might win when we discussed it last night. Tommy, Scump, Shotzzy, and Envoy. Kind of nice to see these guys back together, like Shotzzy and Envoy, of course, the two SMG duos that have been, well, along the side of Scump in the last couple of seasons, last season and now this with Shotzzy, and then Tommy joining them as well. So really cool to see on this front, and great to see Tommy back in business. I really thought he was a solid player for many a year, and it was kind of a shame to see the way his career ended in the CDL, but of course he's been killing it in Warzone, so that's great to see as well. But yeah, this team wins the entire thing. It's Karma's team that gets second place, Ake's team gets third, which is kind of incredible, really. Like, well, I'm not necessarily like Ake's was completely terrible, but the rest of the team were certainly giving him the carry, right? So it was Crimsix, Hydra, and Standy, I'm pretty sure, along this team with Ake's, and like he had literally just downloaded the game for this tourney, so you've got to say fair play. Like, he came in and gets third here. Like, aBeZy's team, which is like CleanX and Co and Sasha and the boys, they get fourth place, and maybe it's Ake's type of game, right? Like World War II boots on the ground type stuff. He was the world champion on the last Sledgehammer game, so maybe he'll actually try and make the return. I don't imagine that's happening with all the cash apparently he's making in the stock market right now, but as Tommy says, won the tournament, $26,000 for the squad. Pretty incredible few days, let's just say, for Scump, right? Like, a couple of days ago, he won the, the $100,000 1v1 thing in Warzone up against Aiden, and then today he wins this 50k tournament, or last night. As Ake says, day 2 of the Rokkr tournament summed up, super happy about it. Of course, it's third place at the end of the day, but yeah, Scump wins it, right? Another $50,000 tournament, so it hasn't been a bad week for Scump, right, these last few days. But of course, there are other things going on in the scene as well. For example, this from Crimsix, right? Another 50k tournament just around the corner. This tournament might be a little bit different in terms of the search and destroy rules. We'll see how that goes, but he effectively said all these teams are going to have 2 CDL pros from the same team max, 3 CDL pros max from like other squads if they want to bring them together. Now, in order to determine these squads and ensure they're going to be fair for this 16-team bracket play $50,000 CDL search tournament, which is exciting here in just a couple of days' time on the 23rd, they, well, Crimsix has wanted to ensure that the best players get split up among the best teams. Therefore, he decided, okay, let me do a power rankings list of players pretty much from the, from last season in Cold War, and let's split those up and make all those people captains, and therefore that's how we're going to go for this tournament. Now, this is effectively how it goes down. Crimsix ranks his top players and goes through and like makes his list here of the top players of the season, and therefore he goes through and ranks the top 16 players, of course himself included in there somewhere. And I don't think it's a bad list on the whole, but there certainly was some controversial opinions in here, most certainly. So Dashy's been a big discussion as like we know that Crimsix and Dashy aren't necessarily the best of friends, right? During that period they had on OpTic Gaming during the Black Ops 4 season when he was saying he had to babysit Dashy and TJ, and like they didn't wake up on time and they weren't the best, at least in terms of intangibles and impact he describes in this clip. There's a few clips I'll share for you guys right now where he effectively runs through, yes, Illy's a better player than Dashy, because yes, Dashy puts up good numbers, but in terms of intangibles and impact, Dashy's nowhere near. He could be a top 5 player in theory with the talent he has, but he just doesn't play the game the right way, and he was screwing over FormaL right here, like Crimsix says, from his perspective, playing against the OpTic guys last season, FormaL a lot of the time was actually like maybe not putting up the greatest numbers, but Dashy was like, taking kills away from him, 2 slaying ARs maybe don't work in that sense. So yeah, definitely some interesting thoughts from Crim.
You want to put Dashy up there?
No. Here's the thing. Stats. Here we go, Brandon. All right. In my eyes, Brandon lost his team more maps than he won his team maps last year.
Oh no. You think so?
No, it's just a hard truth, bro. Brandon.
Why would you say that though? I don't think that's true.
No, I think it is. Playing against him, yes, Tommy. You should ask. You know what? You guys should ask FormaL that question. Okay. Because
wait, he would say the same thing?
Because dude, I would literally just watch bro, there was times when I was just getting farmed off a good spawn. Like, we have the hill, we're milking time. There was one time I remember it was like P5 Garrison. I died 3 times in a row, top bridge, while we were getting 25 seconds total, and Brandon didn't move from Barrel Alley.
So in that case, you're not putting him in your tournament.
I would put, here's the thing, right? I'd put Ender before Dashy, 100%. And that's where the stats and the, when you guys say that, you say Dashy greater than Ender in Cold War, right? That tells me you guys don't understand, big picture stuff, okay? 100% I would feel that. I think if Dashy played the right way, he could be top 5. Not even kidding. Dashy should be top 5. Yeah, but I feel like if I put him up, Brandon, no disrespect, if I put you right here, I'm not trying to insult you. I just think you flat out played wrong. That's my whole point with how Dashy was playing last year, is no one has brought up FormaL at all. No one. Barely, no one in my chat, Tommy, right? And that's what was happening, right? In my eyes, as I'm playing against them, right? I'm seeing this all the time, right? I'm seeing Dashy over FormaL like a lot when I was playing. A lot. I like Dashy more than I like FormaL, right? I'm saying I could visibly see FormaL trying to win. If he had to, if you had to die to not screw over the guy behind him, FormaL would die, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
FormaL would move up on the map. Dashy would move backwards. I see FormaL on that Cold War team, and I see myself on the Black Ops 4 team. The same exact situation, same exact outcome, right?
This is the overall list that Crimsix came up with at the end of the day. So Simp, aBeZy, Cammy, Cellium, Insight, Standy, CleanX, RC, Shotzzy, Hydra, Scump, Bance, Kenny, Crimsix, Envoy, Clayster, Illy in 17th, and Neptune and Priestahh, Drazah, Attach, Asim, Mack, Dashy in 24th. Which, that's quite the list, frankly, to have Dashy this low, because a lot of people would have put him, right up there, right? But I think, honestly, from a pro player perspective, this list seems more in line with what a lot of pro players would have said, not looking so much at the statistics, but more at kind of the impact of some of these players. Having Dashy this low, I think, is, probably a bit of a hot take, quite frankly. But, still, Crimsix justified it in the clips we just saw. This is the full list right here. A few other words that Crimsix had to say. And Dashy, I believe, responded to this. I'll share the clip of that now.
Yeah.
Crim made the list.
Yeah. Crim doesn't f me at all. Just know that. I don't know.
Wait, was it me and Dylan then?
It was you, Dylan. Wait.
Where was Dylan at?
Dylan was 15. You were 11.
Yeah, Crim doesn't f me knockout.
And Dashy, you.
What am I? I'm good for top 30.
Oh, he must really not f with you.
I know. I know why. I know why he doesn't f me, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm just Crim Rock knockout.
So what do you guys think about Crimsix's take on this matter, right? Like, is it true that Dashy's, potential is so much higher than the level he's actually performing at? We saw the statistics last year, especially early on, stage 1, stage 2. The stats coming out from Dashy were insane, especially on individual maps. It's always been the discussion. It's always going to be the discussion, frankly, until Dashy and this OpTic Texas team potentially wins consistently again. Yes, Dashy can put up great numbers. Does it transfer into results? And it's been the case with a number of players in Call of Duty history, quite frankly, like a Huke, for example, during the World War II season, was certainly discussed in a similar light. All the players said he was nasty and really talented at the game, which certainly was true and is of course true with Dashy as well, but he was never converting that into results, and therefore a lot of the fans were looking at him and saying, okay, hang on a second, how good actually is Huke? He can't convert these statistical performances into results. Is he playing the game the right way? These kind of questions came up. And in terms of the breaking point rankings, Dashy actually got top 12. You can see here the coaches had him at 16 on average. Other players like media content had him about 11th or 12th or something along those lines. So, Dashy placed a lot higher here than he was at least by Crimsix in his rankings. But you can see the coaches, the guys who actually watch the scrims day in, day out, placed Dashy a lot lower than maybe some of the fan perspective is from some of these stats, you could argue. So maybe backing up what Crimsix has to say right here. But yeah, $50,000 champions, these guys. And I just thought this was quite interesting to finish off the video with. For me, yeah, the round 11 eyes here with the 50k Rokkr champs. It's Scump, it's Shotzi, it's Tommy and his Envoy. And they win it in the end. Illy had a nice 1v2. I'm pretty sure I might share for you guys later today. But as DeSoto say, anyone know if Tommy qualifies as a Los Angeles Thieves sub? Guy's been a Vanguard menace this offseason. If they need one, I am there. So I think Tommy continuing to, wants to continue doing what he's working on at the present time, right? Continuing to stream Warzone and killing it on that side, playing in some of these Vanguard tourneys, but also at the same time thinking, okay, well, if Los Angeles Thieves need one, Tommy can step into their roster, kind of like how he was technically a substitute for the Dallas Empire in the first season of the CDL in Modern Warfare, and then it almost became like a coaching role for a time at one of the events early on, before Rambo could get over from Canada, and they got the visa stuff sorted out. That feels a long time ago now, but very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting the like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video. It looks like you should see it as well, and upgrade the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you as always, take care, and I will see you next time.